Okay, so we're at Dike Bay National Wildlife Refuge again. We're going to take the East Dike Trail, which is just recently opened, to see another part of the reefs that we didn't see before. Of course, it's now spring, so got a lot of green going. Okay, so on down this way. It's a little ways before we get to the East Dike Trail. This is just the little loop trail right now. What do they call this one? Well, how do they call this trail? Okay, so over there is a fishing platform. So there's this is a dune trail, which we took before. It's about 60 degrees, and I don't know, there's some breeze. I think it's up from my back right now, so that's about it. So ways down here before the Dike Trail starts. Okay, here's the junction of the trail. That group was a group of Boy Scouts that were out camping at Falls Cape State Park. So it's sunny and in the low 60s right now. Light breeze, or at least seems like a light breeze here. We're in a protected area here. So the trail seems to open up a little bit now, coming up here ahead. It says right, the Dike Trail is open for hiking and bicycling. No fishing in this area of the refuge. And see, the Dike Trail is actually an access road. They do have like tram trips. So here you can see they've got some overflow culverts between the different parts of the marshland here. So what we have over here is across the marsh is Back Bay is over beyond those trees, and the Atlantic Ocean is over on the other side of those dunes right there. Blue heron there. So fairly spooked in walking, making so much noise on this gravel. So you can see the West Dike Trail from here. That's brown dirt sand line that you can see on the across the marsh part. So a lot of people out hiking and biking along here. So okay, we got 2.5 miles to the visitor center, Falls Cape Visitor Center. So we got some ducks in this little canal here, or a duck anyway. Oh, there's a couple. Probably can't see them very well. Listen to the birds. Here's a little channel that goes into a bigger lead out here, and then on this side of the road towards the Atlantic we have another open area. Yeah, listen to the reeds brushing together in the wind. So we've got a muskrat right here feeding on the grass. See him very well. This camera doesn't have much of a zoom. There's something moving. Taking food maybe to his young or something. Here in the mud flats, they've got some egrets, or in the shallow marsh. Got a whole bunch of egrets, white. So here we've got marsh on one side and water, of course, and then obviously have a dune kind of thing over here. So we have pine and some live oak in there. We got turtles over here on the sandbar. Let's see if we can get a little closer without spooking them. Those are good sized turtles. Let's see if we can get a little more closer. There we go. sunning themselves on the, they've gone to the beach there. More turtles. Oops, they're going in the water. More turtles. This must be Turtle Beach. Not to be confused with Myrtle Beach. So we got standing water, or not standing water, we got water here. And then we got some little higher ground, we got pine. Same thing on this side. Got a little pine forest grove. We should be getting relatively close to Falls Cape State Park by now. Here we are at the Falls Cape State Park, Nature Preserve. We're just going to walk up to the visitor center. This is still part of the Refuge Raptor Trail, or a part of it. Here's a large turtle right here. He's just watching me. Okay, we'll leave him alone. Yep, there he goes. Here's a turtle crossing the road here. Well, sort of. Not to disturb him too much. Or he may have been sunning himself on the road. I guess it doesn't I don't bother him. He doesn't bother me. I got some wild orchids right here. That's kind of nice. We got a sandpiper right here. So it's about 3/4 of a mile from the Dike Trail to Falls Cape State Park Visitor Center. And Back Bay Visitor Center is about 3 miles this way now, back this way, since we can't go up that way. More turtles. Got water lily out here, and it's hard to see with this magnification, but there's a couple of turtles kind of laying on top of the lily pads out there. Okay, this is the end of the East Dike Trail. And this trail loops around the refuge upper area. We did that one before, so we're almost back to the parking lot. This is a fishing pond where people can fish, so we're heading back towards the parking lot now. Okay. We're back at the parking lot. About 8 miles with the little side steps off for the views and that kind of stuff. Today's trip was to the Back Bay National Wildlife Refuge, and we took the East Dike Trail to the Falls Cape State Park Visitor Center and then back. So we took the same path down and back. We started at the Visitor Center, which is on the left there. Took the East Dike Trail up to the other visitor center for Falls Cape and then back. That total trip was about 8 miles, and it took about 3.5 hours walking. It would be less time if you wanted to take a bicycle, or if you really wanted to take it easy, they do have tram tours that you can book, and they'll take you down that way and then back. So it was a pretty good hike, and the weather was really nice. So I'll leave this up for a few more seconds, a total of 2 minutes anyway. So enjoy.